Hey,
There's probably
flying.
some pretty damn weird stuff over there.
I found out, man, that flying on a globe is impossible, but flying on a flat stationary plane is super easy, man. Super. I mean, I checked it out. Want to fly anywhere? You just treat the Earth as flat and stationary, and you can get to your destination safely most of the time. I mean, there's
Right.
thousands of flights every day. There's only like one crash every, you know, few months, maybe.
Yeah, Goldberg's been saying airplanes account for Coriolis, dude. This started like about, I don't know. I never heard it till like 3 months ago that
Yeah,
that pilots account for Coriolis. They won't say how they do that, but
no.
they just started saying it.
India, I heard one of these globe pretender clowns say, "Hey, man, without a doubt, man, there's a special computer on board that accounts for all of it that the pilot doesn't even know about. That adjusts the plane for the yeah."
Yeah, I mean, on Friday, it gets better. On Friday, so Nathan was doing his show in here, and Nathan was talking about his book, and he said, like, the hardest part of the book to write was about the Coriolis effect. So we asked him about it. His show ended, and then, some Goldberg comes in here and starts trying to defend the Coriolis effect.
Yeah.
And after we kept telling him, it's 2 reference frames, right? Rotating reference frame. He doubled down on reference frames. Became 2 rotating reference frames. The Earth is a rotating reference frame.
No.
The air is a rotating reference frame. And the air is the non-inertial reference frame. All at the same time. And I said, well, how do you get from one to the other? Like, is it a special speed? Is it an altitude you got to go to? Like, when do you leave one reference frame into the other? So he just added a reference frame to cure it.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, dude. Like I've always looked at the Coriolis fucking argument. I always looked at that as this is something more having to do with let's relate it to throwing a football. If you're right-handed and you throw the football, it's going to spin to the right. And if you're left-handed and you throw the football, it's going to spin to the left. Because that's that's the force you're applying to it to make it go a certain direction. So
that's called gyroscopic drift.
Right, exactly. So same thing as a bullet. If the rifle was designed to spin the bullet to the right, it will have a deflection to lean to the right because that's the way you shot it out. And that spin.
Yeah, man, it's in the manuals, dude. It's in the manuals. It's called spin drift.
It has nothing to do with the fucking spinning of the Earth. It has to do the way you release it as you project it. I've always fucking thought that, bro.
Well, they can't even demonstrate
when you put English on it.
This is like what no one pays attention to is that they can't even demonstrate that this shit's even happening in the real world. Right? They can't even demonstrate that there are these deflections, that these deflections even exist. Because the first thing I always ask them, I go, they're like, yeah, there's a code, this does this, that, and the other thing. Okay, post your data. Nothing ever, never. Oh, show your data that, fucking cannonballs do this or bullets do that or fucking airplanes do this other thing. It's never anything. It's just the story. There's never any evidence to back up the story, ever.
And if you talk
ever,
and if you talk to people that are like snipers, they'll tell you the only thing they account for is typically the wind. Typically, that's it. Exactly. Has nothing to do with the rotation of the Earth, bro. These guys are fucking bricked.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. When they get cornered into airline flights, man, it's my favorite argument because they're screwed, man. They're totally screwed, man. They're done. And it's the killer, in my opinion, that airline flights prove without a doubt that this place is stationary. and topographically flat, man, 100%.
What was that argument that was going on about 6 months ago? I can't remember who was saying it, but if you fly from like Canada to Buenos Aires, how are you picking up 500 miles an
Dave, that's
hour?
Dave, man. That's my bro. That's our new perspective, Dave. Yep. If you
I thought that
fly
was a really good
from
argument.
Canada to the equator, man, you have to pick up 500 miles an hour somewhere along.
Yeah, it was Ecuador. That's right, Ecuador. But if
Yeah.
you fly all the way to
And you're
Buenos
screwed, man.
Aires, then you're going to lose.
Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, I was just altering his argument, which I probably shouldn't do. Yeah, from Canada, like Alberta, to Ecuador, you have to pick up 500 miles an hour, and they just say, well, the wind pushes you.
Yep. It's the winds. It's hidden in the wind.
It pushes you just right, too.
Just right.
Just right.
Perfect. I mean, think about if you're on a sailboat. I mean, it's perfect. It's just amazing.
Just enough to make it look stationary, but that's just the devil playing the trick, like when you planted dinosaurs.
Yeah. So New Perspective has argued this with a bunch of people, but a very good one on his channel is a Cern physicist named Franco.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
he cooked the shit out of him, dude.
Cooked the fucking shit out of him, bro. I love that.
Here's Hank, want to know what his rebuttal was? Because he's a Cern physicist and he teaches physics at university. He said, if I knew you were a flat earther in school, I would flunk you. That was his rebuttal.
He also said that I am the citation.
Yeah, pretty much.
He said, I'm the citation, Mongos. You guys can fuck off. I am the ultimate in this endeavor.
Hey, Adrian, what are these
citation, bro?
Posting in the side chat.
So good, man. Anyway, thank you, New Perspective, for doing that, man. Talking to that CERN physicist, man, about airlines and picking up the speed. And yeah, you'd have to pick up the speed. You'd have to bank left, right. Yeah, you'd be fucked on a globe, dude. You wouldn't be able to land the fucking plane. I guarantee it. You're fucked.
Hey, you want to know what the side? Hold on a second. Fucked. In the side chat, these gifts show that the Coriolis effect is just an optical illusion.
It's an optical illusion. That's it. The ball goes straight, dude. Guaranteed. Every time. Goes straight as a fucking arrow. Yep.
And this video right here, that's where I got it from, Frame Loop Reference. He even says that the guy's imagining a force that's not really there. Watch the whole thing, listen to what they say. These guys are professors or whatever. Have fun.
It reminds me of Zanuck. Zanuck always just say, I am the citation.
I am the citation. I'm the citation. Yeah, fuck you, Zanuck. But yeah, for the CERN physicist to say I'm the citation, bro, come on, bro. I'm in. I'm the end of the line, Bongos.
Drag Zanuck on fucking LIGO. That shit was fucking glorious. I'm talking about years ago. That motherfucker was trying to say how, LIGO is fucking proof, blah blah blah. Then I broke it down to him the whole way that shit was built. He had no fucking rebuttal, bro. That shit was he got destroyed. These guys, they're fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's easy to destroy the Mongos when they get caught up in like plane flights, and it's like how the fuck does the pilot know he's making up this gradient of speed, bro? How does he know? Well, he doesn't know. What do you mean he doesn't know? Well, he doesn't have to think about it. And all I say is, man, welcome to flat Earth, Mongos, because you're fucked. No pilot has to think about making up speed to fucking land the fucking plane, Mongos. Ain't gonna happen. And that's the greatest argument we have, I think, in my opinion. I've been around here 10 years. I'm hip, but let's look at the reality of the physics of flying a plane. And a lot of people have been on planes. And once they get it, they're done, man. There's no explanation for this spinning globe. You're done.
Like
You're
it's
fucking
almost like
done.
once it clicks, like, it's almost like once it clicks, then you realize, holy fuck,
You're
we're
done.
lied to. Yeah.
Yeah, and every pilot will admit it. Dude, we just treat it as flat and stationary because that's how we fly the fucking plane, Mongos. And that's it. You're done. Okay?
They never have to speed match like when you're riding a motorcycle and you shift gears and you rev match. They always have to slow down to match the speed of the Earth. So if the Earth was spinning faster than their flight, then it would make sense that sometimes they would have to speed match, but they never do.
They never do it. They never ever
slow down so much.
And that's the great thing, man. You talk to a pilot and, pin them down. They're done. This thing's done, man. There ain't no spinning globe, dude. It ain't happening. And certainly you're not flying over it, for fuck's sake. Mongos.
I think about it, 1,000 miles an hour. At some point, there would be an altitude where you should be able to reach where it would look like you're going backwards over the Earth.
That sounds pretty crazy, bro.
Because it's moving so much faster than you, it would look like you're going backward.
Yep. That's how it would look in reality, but it doesn't ever do that, man. It just looks like it's sitting there and we're just flying over it. Mongos. Yeah. There's a cornfield there.
I mean, the main argument is if you're flying this north to south route where you got to catch up to make up 500 miles an hour, it would be impossible to do using any sort of dynamic model because you don't know what the air is doing, right?
Right.
And is the air rotating? Sometimes it's going the other way. Sometimes it's going this way. So what New Perspective asked me is like, now tell me exactly how they're taught in flight school.
Yeah.
How to negotiate.
Yeah.
This thing. Like, how are they taught to fly? Right? Are they taught? How do they taught? Like, well, if the air is going, west to east that day, then you got to do this because you got to make up that 500 miles per hour, and you got to be able to land the fucking airplane. So, like, what do you do, man? Is it like an emergency situation? Do you land the freaking plane? Like, we'll never make that 500 miles an hour. You better land now. Like, you see what I'm saying? It just gets ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous. That's why I'm laughing. It's like crazy ridiculous, man. And you're not going to make up this little spin and rotation, speed. Yeah, you're done, man. As a pilot, you don't ever think about that shit. Not any pilot ever in all in human history has had to think about this shit. But yet they make
fuel consumption. Fuel consumption would vary over flights greatly, like.
Right.
Because you'd be using more fuel to counteract this and that, or not counteract this, and so you'd use less. So you'd have they'd pull up and say, "Hey, you need a refill?" And they're like, "Well, no, we're good." Or we're near on empty, bro. It was a refill. Yeah.
We've all heard of Globe Earth Sniper. What about Globe Earth Pilot?
Wait.
The next time one of these Glovers up that Coriolis and try and claim it, ask them which direction is faster, east or west.
I like that. That's a good question. I do like that.
If it matters, then what direction would I travel in order to maximize the efficiency of my travel?
Well, think about this, right? Say you want to fly over a line of longitude. That's not a straight line for the airplane because the Earth's spinning, right? So you got to take a curved path to stay over a line of longitude.
Yep.
It's a dip and
now think about it. So you'll have a distance. Well, think about it. You have a distance between the 2 points, right? Say it's 1,000 miles. Well, if you have to take a curved path, that distance is going to be farther because I have to fly to where that city's going to be after the Earth rotates. I have to fly to that point.
Yep. Yes, you do.
That's a longer path.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I don't mean to cut in here, but did anybody talk to the new guys in here, like Doc Caro 75, who's a politics scholar or Acid Wars?
Is that a thing? Politics scholar.
Yeah, that's the role they get when.
Oh,
they've been
I
here
tell you
for
that was
a
tongue
while.
in cheek. I didn't think it's a role.
It's a
No,
role in there.
ask him, man. I'd
So,
rather talk
Doc
about
Carroll,
that.
thank you for joining the room.
Oh yeah. I didn't even know I had the politics scholar role. I didn't even know what that was.
You've been in politics server for a while, so just participating, you get upgraded roles.
Oh yeah, I was a moderator a long time ago. But
well, I mean, as far as
back
this
in the
topic
day.
goes, we're trying to move the conversation to new people that are jumping in. What do you think your position is on the topic of this forum?
You know, I try to just listen right now because I really don't know. So I just try to listen to both sides here.
We're doing a no listening panel tonight.
So you don't? Would you say you don't know based on just like what you think right now because you've been challenged, or you don't know because you don't want to participate in the conversation?
No, I would like to participate in the conversation. I'm right about like 10 minutes from now. I'm walking to go get my son, and after that, I will participate in the conversation if you give me 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's good, man. We're here 24/7, but thanks for the heads up on that.
Yeah, I will do that.
We got Acid Wars that's in here as well. Acid Wars, welcome to the forum.
Welcome, bro. Welcome.
Acid Wars, if you're there.
What's up, Acid Wars?
I'm a veteran of Acid Wars. You want to see my scar?
I think the Acid Wars were a construct, but that's.
Oh, there he is. What's up, man?
Yeah, hey, sorry. Oh, nothing. I just wanted to come in here and listen and see what y'all are all about. Or I just
Well, we talk about the topic of the shape of the Earth, but in the meantime, we usually talk amongst ourselves about topics that pertain to what happened in the past or just other things. But we like to kind of ask the new people that join what their position is so that we can have a discussion with the new people.
Okay. So. Well, currently I'm eating, but I will get into the conversation. But I believe in the globe. You know.
Where's your evidence, though?
The globe.
Where's my evidence?
The globe. The globe.
He said he was eating. Slow down, man.
Globe. Yeah, relax. He was eating. We had to
let him finish eating, man.
I'm done.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
Problem is, though, we're gonna ask new people that are joining. So if you're in here brand new, I'll go to you. So the Sassy, looks like you're somebody that is new to the topic. Welcome to the room.
Hi.
Sassy?
So, yeah. So, what is your position?
I read that as sissy gay, but maybe that's just me.
No, sassy.
Sassy, what is your position on the topic of the forum? You think the Earth's a globe?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Oh shit!
And why would you say that?
Where's the evidence? Where's your evidence?
You're saying no. I'm asking you. Why would you say that the Earth is not a globe?
We just don't know. We don't know what it is.
Exactly. Why don't you look at the side chat and explain to me how can someone to measure?
Leaf. You're jumping in, bro. There's a conversation already at hand. You're jumping in right in the middle of it. Go ahead, Sassy.
Where's the evidence for it? I just don't see it. I mean, the Bible says there's a firmament above us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it strictly biblical as the reason why you think the Earth's flat?
I mean, there's just no evidence that it's round.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Water.
Well, I mean, in my everyday life, I just don't see any evidence that there's a globe. I mean,
like what?
I mean, I should be able to like
water.
What about water?
No, hold on. Don't feed him. Don't feed him.
I'm feeding him.
You gotta let him. It's his critical thinking process.
His ass. Come on.
We gotta be charitable to him. We gotta give him the. Go ahead, Sassy.
I mean, if you watch like videos of space, it looks fake. All of it looks like CGI. Like look at the recent like all of a sudden we have AI artwork, and also at the same time, coincidentally, we have these images of like Saturn's moons and shit, and they look like fake as shit. I mean, they look like something out of a CGI, basically.
You're just questioning the narrative based on what you've seen at these images and videos and such like that, right?
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. There's a bit more meat on the bone that needs to be uncovered, but that's fine. All you got to do is hang out here. You'll hear a lot of these arguments put forward. Then perhaps you can glean some of them, and then take on maybe some if you'd like, or if not, just keep listening. The 24/7 group, we've been hanging out as friends, so we everybody's always asking questions like, "Who's the leader? Of the group?" and stuff like that, and we'd say all of us are. So we all consider ourselves to be very critical thinking mind individuals. So that's just to you or anybody else that might be thinking that. But if it's anybody else is brand new here and I didn't call on you, you can jump in. We'd like to hear from you guys.
Yeah, can you explain the photo that I posted in the side chat? They can literally observe the curvature from left to right.
Okay,
Nonsense.
So what has been done that?
Hold on, dude. Come on, dude.
Go ahead.
Go get the image I just posted, you dingbat.
What's that?
Why is the table curved?
Nigga, watch out, bitch, go!
Yo, you literally photoshopped that
Why is
photo.
the cable curved, Leaf?
You photoshopped it.
No, it's not Photoshop. This is from the original shit, dude.
No, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
You think, people have bamboozled you by cropping out the entire image and then passing it around to all you freaking tards, dude.
They only
and you're like, look, now we compressed the image and the ocean's curved. Yeah, it also curved everything else in the image. You can just go. So check this out, Leaf. You can just. So this original video, this is old shit. This was a Red's Rhetoric video back in the day.
Yes.
Where did you find this picture?
In the video, the Red's Rhetoric video.
It's a part of the video. It's a still.
Yeah, so all I had to do was search our Discord and this has been posted hundreds of times. This is old shit, dude. You're in 20.
Do I just have to squish my eyes
dude.
together? Is that all I have to do? Is just squish my eyes together while I'm looking at the horizon and it'll look curved?
Well, this image is disingenuous, Leaf, and you didn't know the full story or at least the full image. And now that Indio's presented it to you, it sounds a little bit alien. Like you think he came up with it. He didn't. It's still from the video itself, from Red Rhetoric. You just only seen the picture that showed half of it, which is why you have the mind that you still think it's evidence of globe, but it's not, dude. As you can clearly see.
Yeah, so maybe you should question why some Glober passed it around with the cropped image. And here's a funny thing you can do. You can just go on Google, type in straight edge, right? And just find a straight image. And then go in Paint and compress the image, and it'll do the same thing. This is not mysterious, dude. This shit is so lame.
By the way, I do want to make a public announcement that Pads is a GF6 cuck, so he's cucking for GF6. Let everybody know that. So he's not a friend.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Pads is a fucking clown, dude.
Yeah, he's a cuck.
Pads, man. Pad. I lost all respect to you. Nathan Oakley, when Oakley was saying that you came on his show, we're asking some bullshit about an edge, dude. After all this time, that's what you can do, dude. It's fucking pathetic.
Wait, what? He went to Nathan Oakley and said, "Where's the edge?"
Yeah. So Nathan Oakley had his show in here.
Goofball.
Yeah. You were in here, CB, on Friday.
Did someone say my name?
Yeah.
Goofball.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like something I'd ask, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Are you sure it was me?
That's Cat, bro.
Are you sure it was me, Indio? Are you sure?
Oh, I know. I didn't hear you, but Nathan said that Pads clown in here asking about the edge or going in a straight line or ice wall or something stupid. Or was it container?
Nah, not me, bro.
Or was it container?
I've never mentioned ice wall to Nathan Oak. In fact, bro, I missed Nathan's show on Friday. I wasn't even there, bro. Yeah, definitely not me, bro. 100% not. I know better than that. Fuck me.
Oh, man. Do I have to fact check you, dude? Do I have to go back?
You gotta shoot straight, bro, because this guy's a weasel.
I was not at that show on Friday, so if it's if it's to do with Friday's show, you're 100% wrong. You don't have to fact check it, bro. I wasn't there.
Don't miss.
Well, he definitely said your name and said that you asked about it. I just assumed that you were there that day because there was a bunch of people. I was listening on the live stream, like on and off, and like it was like a parade of you guys spazzing out and getting banned.
I was only referring to the time when he was actually in here, and the team found him to be one that said he was advocating for GF6. They were feeding him things, and he said it himself. They told me, they were like, "Dude, that Pads guy that you were always on about, yeah, his mask fell off for sure." So you're fucking exposed, Pads.
Mate, what have I missed here, boys? What are you? What have I missed?
Are you in Gay Fag 6?
I have no idea what the fuck that is, bro.
Yeah, all right, he's playing. Okay, yeah,
he's playing hard.
Yeah, he's playing hard. Like,
bro, did you just call me a fag?
Sure, it wasn't me.
I mean,
Leaf, hold on, bro. Leaf. Go into your computer and reset your time because it's on 2018. The crap he's posting in the chat, bro. It's like his Google's stuck on 2018.
Who's this?
Leaf. We were talking to two people, Leaf and Pat.
Is he posting that red table, the green table with the red thing on it, bro? What the fuck?
And he posted the basketball. So,
bro, compress images and look at basketballs to prove the curve.
No, hold on, Leaf. This image is also cropped. The original post was on Reddit that went to a link on Imgur where he had all the images, and this is also cropped. The original image shows the basketball's curved, and this is cropped more than the usual one. So, like twice now, you got by Globers.
Holy.
Boys, what the fuck's GF6? Is that like a 304 thing or something?
304.
I'm gonna tell you where this came from. This came from Amish telling me. Amish is a straight up guy, man. He's not gonna be just jacking around. Yeah, he said your mask fell off in one of the chats, and you said they were feeding you stuff in the DMs, dude. Are you saying that's not true?
That is 100%. No. If you're on about the other day, I threw a bit of a paddy when Necro.
Stop. What'd you say?
I said no, that's not true.
Oh, so now Amish is lying. Oh, we're gonna have to put that to the test.
Well, yeah, Depot, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But you're not saying so. Basically, you had no encounters with people feeding you stuff in the DMs.
No, most definitely not, bro. Most definitely. I think you're confusing two things.
That's not what they told me. They said they mentioned you by name.
Phil DMs everybody in this chat.
Someone's lying to you, bro.
You're lying, dude. That's Professor Phil DMs everybody in this chat.
Oh, is that who Amish is?
No.
Right, okay. So what are we on about?
So yeah, so have you had
are you on about
messages? Yeah, had any DMs from Eggshells?
I've had one from Professor Phil, never from Eggshells.
Never from Eggs? Okay.
Nope. Look, I'll even show you the DMs from Professor Phil. I got a massive one asking him.
We'll pass.
Well,
we know what he does because he DMs us too. So he's
and I literally just replied to him saying, "Oh, it's you that's been coaching people in DMs." Lol. And then he asked me to tell you to stop doing something or say something, but I just ignored him, bro.
Yeah, I'll talk to Amish, and if it pans out that it was not you, then you get a free pass. But
what are you about, bro?
You're dust.
I'm dust in a random Discord server. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is random. This is a random server.
I heard you were not.
Is this random?
So I'm going to go check it out, right? If it turns out you are...
Is this a random server? Answer my question. Is this a random server?
It's too early.
Did you play Discord roulette?
Did you just diminish this forum to a random server?
Well, dude, he just played Discord roulette and he just ended up in here by random, dude. It's completely random. He's here.
Why are you diminishing?
Bro, I was on mute 5.
Yeah, I know, but you're not anymore. So, are you diminishing this forum?
Are you all bored or something?
No, I'm actually zeroing in on somebody that made a claim that your mask fell off, and you were exposed. Now you're...
No, I think you're confusing two things. I'm trying to...
No, we're not confused. That's definitely not the case. But we will find out, like I said. And hopefully, for your sake, you're not lying.
You
yeah, Pads, why are you playing stupid?
Like,
why are you playing stupid, man?
I think he's playing games.
You're playing stupid. You know what Miggy's saying because Miggy straight up told you.
Who
before.
the fuck is Miggy, bro? Who the fuck are these
Alpha.
people?
Look at him.
Alpha.
Right. Well,
Alpha's name.
What the fuck
was Miggy? Used to be Miggy. Sorry.
Right, well,
so
right, whatever.
Okay, now you know who it is. That's not an issue.
Right.
He said explicitly to you that he thinks you're just coming in here and being nice to our face and behind our back you're something else. Is that you're not being honest? Like we're not seeing the real Pads.
I haven't got time for that, bro.
We're seeing the fake Pads.
Whatever,
okay,
I ain't got time for that, bro.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.
I wish I had that much time and money on my hands, bro. To just
well, you know what his beef is, dude, and you're pretending like you don't know what it is, which makes me think you're dishonest. Because I've heard him tell you on 4 different occasions what the beef is.
Can somebody just stop muting me for a start? I mean,
nope. No, because I think you are a cuck for GF6, and you're saying that you never had any contact with those guys. We're going to put you to the test. I will call upon Amish when I meet him, and we'll have a discussion about it.
I don't know what G46 is, bro, or whatever the fuck. What is it? You're not even going to tell me what it is, but you're accusing me of being part of it.
No, I'm just saying, if you're saying that you have no affiliation, or
what is it, bro?
To you about it, GF6.
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
Oh, that's fine. If you don't know what it is, then that's fine. It's done.
This is a weird ass conversation, bro.
That's fine.
A group of people, that's all we're going to say.
Yeah, it was told to me that you were in the server. I wasn't here. Right? So that's
well, they used to hold on. They used to wear the tag. You weren't around when they wore the tag, but we know who they are. They're still in it. So,
and they said that you were in here. There was quite a number of people that were in here. I don't know if there's anybody here that was there now, but that your mask fell off. And
what does this group of people do, bro? Like, who are they?
You're all about saying that, yeah, you were getting messages from these guys to come in here and do this thing and be dishonest and shit like this. You admitted to that.
Right, okay. Somebody's definitely lying to you, or you're just making it up, bro.
No, I'm telling you what I heard.
One of those are not.
But like if you're saying that's fine,
somebody's lying to you, or you're making it up, bro.
I can assure you he's not making Pads. I can assure you he's not making anything up.
You were there.
Right, well then someone's lying to you then, bro. Simple as that.
In the morning? Somebody must have been there in the morning when Amish told me this. They must have been.
Well, I'm guessing the person who just backed you up was there, bro.
I'm saying that I remember the conversation, so I know the conversation you're talking about.
Right.
Alpha.
And what do these people do, bro?
Not making anything up.
All right, if he's not making it up, I'll take your word for it. Fair play. So then the guy's lying to you. So what do these group of people do that I'm associated with, bro? Like, who the fuck are they?
He might be lying. He might be misunderstood.
Yeah.
So don't accuse him of lying either. But I think that this should be sorted out.
Yeah, it will be. But if it turns out, and after we find out that all this is just a ruse, yeah, you're toast, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Stop muting us,
for your
bro.
sake, anyway.
They show for the globe and just are here just to irritate us, and that's their modus operandi.
And that's the impression I'm giving you.
That's the worst kind.
Okay.
That's the worst kind. An outright glober is more respected than somebody who's sneaking around trying to pretend like they're flat Earth or befriend people in here and then be a fucking snake. That's the worst.
I ain't got time for that, bro.
All right.
Like, I don't want to say you're lying, fair play. If somebody else says you're definitely not lying, I'll take your word for it, Alpha, that this is what you've been told. But can you at least tell me what this group of people do? What is there, what the fuck?
They're anti-flat earthers. They're people who are completely opposed. They come in here and they're completely opposed to what we're saying, and they do everything they can to thwart the efforts of people in here, up to and including LARPing as a flat earther, befriending people in here, and stabbing them in the back when they're not in this forum.
Okay.
That's what they are.
And they practice like obscurantism tactics, right? So, say we're talking to one of these newbies that come in here, they try to take the topic into some esoteric nonsense fucking rabbit hole that we talk about for an hour and a half. And in the meantime, the person that showed a curiosity, scooted away.
You know that's not me though, bro.
Interference, just do antics and bullshit, dude.
Bro, you've been here, Indio, where I've been saying to Globers, like, look.
Let me give an example of Pads doing this. So for the audience, right, that's listening, that sounds like I'm just being a big old meanie. So when Pads was in here, one of the instances was we were having a conversation with a newer Glober that came into the forum, right? He was a new guy. Really didn't know him from Adam. He wasn't here for long, but he didn't know the arguments. And he was going down a path that wasn't giving a logical reason why he could refute flat Earth. So what Pads did was actually start to give him coaching tips on how to do it. No, this is how you apply it. Talk about the dome. I don't know if anybody was here remembering that conversation, but Pads was definitely coaching the guy. Except for the guy was too into the conversation that he ignored Pads' advice, didn't talk about the dome and question us about the dome, which that's what Pads was doing. He was coaching the new guy on how to argue with us. Yes, that's who he is. So this is what was going on with Pads that he's saying that he's not doing alongside these anti-flat earth types. This is who Pads is. But he's coming in here playing like that's not him. He doesn't do it and all of this shit, which he already did. So I'm exposing him and anybody that's like him, that's coming in as a weasel snake. I want them to be who they are. If they're Globers, be Globers. Don't befriend people and act like you're LARPing as a flat earther and shit like this.
Can I respond?
Yeah, did you or did you not do what I just said?
Can I respond for 20 seconds without getting muted?
You're on mute, so obviously you can respond, Pads.
So I was trying to show him how his approach was just not going to work. Like I was going to say before I got muted, it's a very methodical approach. So he was just coming with bullshit. So I was trying to guide him and say, look, they're asking you very specific things. You have to respond to those things they're asking you, bro. Because I think he felt like he just wanted to go off on a tangent. So
this isn't something where you're trying to make yourself out to be a better person for teaching him how to do it constructively. You were showing him how to diminish our point by talking about the container, touching it, examining it, and all that shit. That's what you were trying to get him to say. That's what you're not saying right now. You're not going to advocate for your position in a way that you're going to make it sound like that's not true. What I said.
Just keep muting me.
Yeah. Because you are a fucking disingenuous snake, bro.
Proof's in the pudding, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either you come clean with just being who you are, or fucking I'm gonna be on you like white on rice, and it'll fucking irritate the shit out of everybody. So fucking just do it,
bipolar, bro.
You see? And then you wonder, dude, why you're not fucking here still.
Don't know what you mean.
Fuck out of here, dude. I think he's a piece of shit, dude. I'm serious. That guy right there.
What were you guys even arguing about?
Look, I was here that night, Alpha.
Yeah,
I was here that night. We were talking about gas pressure without a container.
Yes.
He said, "Oh, ask him what the dome is made out of."
Yes. He's a piece of shit, dude. Like, he's trying to make it sound like he wasn't doing that. The fuck?
Well, what were you all arguing about anyway?
Pat's disingenuous character being in this room.
Yeah, but specifically, like, what was he being disingenuous about?
He was coaching a new guy that was in here.
It's a pattern of behavior. It's not one thing.
Yeah. And he's denying that pattern, saying that he's not that, which is, on his part, he's calling me bipolar because I'm pointing it out. He's basically diminishing my point by poisoning the well and showing everybody that I am somebody to be looked at and not him. It's a classic move.
I mean,
taking the burden off of his shoulders to me.
From what I've learned, even calling people, like bipolar or something that's like in an argument, because obviously, like, if you call someone bipolar, you're trying to use it as an insult. Like, you're never going to say, "Oh, you're so bipolar," like, as a, no, yeah, I think you're clinically bipolar. Like, you're trying to, be insulting. But what I would say is that just generally, if you don't want to be in an argument, especially on the internet, you can kind of just leave. I don't understand.
Yeah, but this is really
why.
spooky. I know you're wanting to put your 2 pence in here, but this really wasn't anything to do with you. We're cleaning up some server business or some room business, actually.
All right.
That's all. So it had nothing to do with you. There's really we didn't need your take. Not to be rude or anything. We really didn't need your take on this.
Oh,